Guys, so it says no cooked bones. The worst bone out there is a cooked bone. Now, I'm not going to read this. We know we can't feed cooked bones, but people always say, I can't believe you're giving your dogs raw bones. The best bones include necks, wings, carcasses, ribs, and oxtails. Be careful with oxtails. If you watch one of our episodes, the dogs almost died. But let's just talk about finding the right bone, because it says feed the right size, feed right for the size. A simple rule is the bigger the dog, the bigger the bone. It stops them from gulping it down. So you might use a chicken neck and a wing for a Yorkie, a duck neck for a Cocker Spaniel, that is, a turkey neck chicken carcass, or oxtail for a Labrador. Our dogs, Cha-Cha and Bam Bam, if you remember that, ate a oxtail and almost died. Why? Because they tried to swallow the whole dang old thing. Also avoid small bones such as chicken necks for Labradors. They tend to swallow them like a seagull with a fish. Now, people, feeding dogs is clearly my thing, right? And I always get the messages. I don't really see a lot of comments as I repeat, but I get the messages. Hey, can I feed my dog this bone, that bone, this? I can't put you in a position that can frighten you, because the first person you're gonna call is me, and it don't work that way either. So you just can't call me. So when you're trying to figure out which bone your dog needs, then you need to make sure you know what bone does for your dog. In this case, I'm going to give this French Bulldogs some oxtails that I got from Burgundy Meat Supply here. And this has got fat, this has got protein, it's got a little liquid in there, aka a little blood, but these were ironically only $6, but I think it's only because it's like really one tail. So the French Bulldog, 9 out of 10 times, they don't have the muscles, so they have to chew, and try to figure it out. Stay tuned, people. Take care of your dogs. We're going to break down the meal that I'm putting together for one of the dogs and some of the education behind them. I'm not going to make this difficult because it ain't difficult, but it ain't that simple either. Because if your dog does swallow one of these oxtails and you don't have the accoutrements, aka the tools you need to get that thing out of there, you'd be scared to death. Well, I seen him do it. Don't do anything you see me do unless I'm really there to supervise it, if we're being honest. But the other thing is, don't do it because you see it and you think it's cool. I don't do cool, people. This book, you see this book here? And many other books I got, I read, I write, and I apply. And then I go and test theories, ideas, and make sure my dogs are good. That's the only thing that matters, is that my dogs are good. And we're taking you down the road and along the road for the process. So I'm gonna get the little French Bulldogs some of these oxtails. The oxtails should be fine. If something goes wrong, remember, it said the bigger the dog, the bigger the bone. These bones are bigger than these dogs, so we shouldn't have any issues, but stay tuned. So again, we're about to get these oxtails. So funny because they don't have no muzzles. See, boop. And there's a bone in there, so they have to figure out how to eat this thing. Oh snap! Look at that. Oh, I thought, he gobbled that thing up, or she did. Isn't that crazy? Oh, let him do you like that. You used to be the meanest one of all. So you saw even the Frenchie just, look, she almost don't know what to do, which is confusing. So in this case, when you see this type of behavior, normally they do pretty good in the cage together. I'll take her out. Do that. Eat the oxtails. Oh, she didn't eat both of them. And give her one so she can have it. Hey. There you go. I don't know why she not eating. So look, they got the oxtails. So it'll take them a little bit to eat them. Like a cigar. They really don't know what to do. That's the part that I do love, is when dogs try new things, they literally are unsure about how it all works. So they go, what's this, what this? The earlier you introduce new foods to your dog, the easier it'll be to get them to eat different things long term. And I will show you in the book where it says not even one single whole prey is adequate for your dog's whole life. What that means is, if I chose to feed the dogs whole prey birds for the rest of their life, they still wouldn't get the nutrition. So you have to keep mixing up the meats and what they need, compounding amino blends per se, because that's what it is. The more aminos that are in these particular meats or foods and cooked foods and cooked meals, the bigger, stronger your dog will grow. And I don't mean bigger in that way, just the healthier to be, people. Take care of your dogs. So, Lord, they're cutting the grass back there. Listen, the bigger the dog, the bigger the bone. The dogs right now have chicken legs. Chicken legs are a prime example of another bone you can feed your French Bulldog. Remember that there's a learning curve whenever you, the owner, and dog is learning about new foods and how to work with them. Eventually the dog will say, oh, that's an oxtail. Oh, that's a bird. Oh, that's a rabbit. And then they start doing what you've seen some of our dogs do, and that's make decisions. They say, well, I gotta eat this first, and eat this last, because it's gonna take the most work. So oftentimes you see Ego and them do what? They eat that rabbit last. They like, look, Roger gonna take me a second, but I'm gonna get to him now. I'm gonna get to Roger. They got half a belly full of fur and half a belly full of about a 2-pound rabbit, if we're being honest. But chicken legs in this case, if you have a dog with an allergy, do not use chicken legs. But if you are confident that your dog has no allergies, try chicken legs, especially if they're French Bulldogs. But if you have that allergy, you can't do nothing with it. So stay tuned, people. Again, learning curve for the dog, but look at the work that dog was putting in, trying to figure out. It's using his hands, it's using his paws, it's using the side of his mouth. Frenchies don't really have a scissor bite, that ain't their thing, so it's a whole process in itself. Man, you already eat your chicken legs? I don't like you're in there, man.